A microphone is a key tool that can bump your podcast up a level with your sound. However, there are microphones that are really inexpensive and kind of questionable, and there are other microphones that are super expensive and way overkill. So how do you end up sounding great without breaking the bank? Well, today I've got some killer microphones and they're all under $100. Hey there, I'm Dave Jackson from Libsyn, and this channel is here to help you keep up to date with all the tips, the tricks, the strategies to grow your podcast and your influence. And if you want to keep up to date with Libsyn, the largest podcast hosting company since 2004, do me a favor, go down and click on the subscribe and follow button and never miss another video. Okay, I lied. You could record your podcast with one of these. You could use the built-in microphone of your laptop, but because you're serious and you want to rise above the others in your niche, you need to take steps to make sure you sound clear and professional, and that's where having a solid mic comes into play. Now, the good news is you don't have to spend $400 on a Shure SM7B. There are plenty of mics that sound great under $100. Now, all the microphones we talk about today are dynamic, which means they pick up what's right in front of the microphone, and they're great for podcasters because they reject a lot of the room noise. So we're looking at dynamic microphones. Now, with that bit of wisdom, let's take a look at our number 3 pick for microphones, the Technica 2100X. So the Technica 2100X comes in right at $99. And what's great about this is you can plug it into your computer via USB. And so if you're just flying solo, plug this into your computer, plug your headphones into the microphone, and you are up and running. And then later, if you upgrade and you're now using some sort of recording device that requires an XLR jack, it's got that right here. And then you've got this little slider that you use to control the volume to your headphones. And that leads me to one of the cons. It's super flexible, but when you have cables plugged into this and you go to adjust the volume in your headphones, it's kind of hard to reach. It's not a deal breaker, but it's kind of hard. And the other thing is it comes with a little plastic stand that is absolutely worthless. So when you buy one of these, you're probably going to want to pick up a stand as well. So let's move on to our second microphone, the Rode PodMic. Now, the Rode PodMic, again, comes in at $99, so it's under $100. Solid sound to it. It's the little brother to the Rode Procaster, which is much more expensive and actually a little bigger. And the other thing, this is just a solid build, and, well, it looks cool. Now, the cons are, it only has XLR, so you're going to need something like a Focusrite or some sort of interface to get this into your computer. It doesn't come with a stand, and the first thing you're going to notice when you pick this up, this is a serious microphone. You can't use some sort of flimsy stand with this. And the third thing is, even though it does have a windscreen on it, you're going to need an external one because I have plosives with this when I use this. But here's the thing. Remember how I said it looked cool? When you put the windscreen on this, sold separately, it looks a lot like an SM7B, and this is only $99 plus $10 for the windscreen. This is $400. So this is the Rode PodMic. And before we move on to our number 1 microphone, leave a comment below on what microphone is your favorite that you're using. And our number 1 microphone, drum roll please, the Samson Q2U. Right now, this is clocking in at $69, and it sounds amazing. It works via USB and XLR, and if you're like, that looks a lot like the Technica 2100, yeah, they're both very similar. And remember how I said the con of the Technica 2100X, you had that volume knob for your headphones on the bottom. The volume knob for your headphones on the Q2U are right on the top, and it just makes it that much easier. Great sounding microphone. Now the cons, again, it comes with a pretty flimsy stand, so you're probably going to have to pick up a stand. Now, something to keep in mind here is with all these microphones, if it's not exactly perfect, you can always add a little bass, a little treble. You can always tweak them a little bit to make it sound pretty much however you want. So of the three mics we talked about today, which one's my favorite? I got to go with the Samson Q2U. Again, XLR, USB. It has a really full sound to it. I love the fact that the volume knob's a little easier to get to for your headphones, and you just can't beat the price. For $69, the sound you get out of this is so worth it. So there you go. 3 microphones that'll make you sound like $1 million without spending $1 million. Now, if you want to get started with any of these microphones, check the links in the description. And if you want to see our complete guide to podcasting under $100, check the link in the corner. See you next time. Keep podcasting.